back, y'all.
We're excited to be here, and even more excited to have you back.
Welcome back to campus.
And welcome back to Columbia.
We've gone above and beyond to make our campus and our city safe for our community.
But in order for this to work, there are a few things we need you to do. Number one, get tested. Not everyone who has COVID-19 shows symptoms, so it's vital that we find out who has it.
Number two, keep your distance, at least 6 feet away from others.
Number three, cover up. Wear your face coverings both indoors and outdoors, especially if you have to get close to people.
Number four, wash your hands often. Wash them with soap and water, or use hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol.
Number five, stay home sick if you're not feeling well.
Your safety is our number one priority. Is it going to be a challenging semester?
A little bit.
Is it weird to be wearing these face coverings?
A little bit.
Is it fun to get tested for COVID-19?
Sure.
But here's the thing, we are Gamecocks, and we take care of each other. We know things are a little strange right now, but our bonds are strong, and we are going to get through this together.
There's nobody better than you to show the world how to beat this and how to do it right.
So, let's make a pledge to keep each other safe. Together, we're going to make this a great semester.
But for now, we've got work to do.
We've all got work to do. Spurs up.
Welcome to your 2020 New Student Convocation.
Good day. My name is Dennis Pruitt, and I'm your Vice President for Student Affairs and Academic Support. We are so fortunate to have you join us as students at the University of South Carolina. So on behalf of your new University of South Carolina family, I formally welcome you into the community of scholars affectionately known as the Carolina community. Today, class of 2024, you each start your own personal odyssey to become a Carolinian. Now, this virtual convocation is an assembly of the class of 2024 with representatives of your university's academic, administrative, and student leadership. Today, you will hear from the university's 29th president, Mr. Bob Caslin, who will share with you his worldly intellectual wisdom, as well as his common sense formula for student and life success. You'll also hear from our senior academic leader, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, Dr. William Tate. We affectionately call Provost Tate our leader for learning at Carolina. Then you will hear from our outstanding president of our student government, your representative to the Board of Trustees, Ms. Izzy Rushton. When you are seniors, if each of you can become the student and the leader that Izzy is today, you will have accomplished a great deal. We are very fortunate today to hear remarks from one of our most prized faculty members, the Michael J. Mungo Distinguished Professor of the Year Award winner, Professor Emmett Moore from the Department of Psychology, who will be introduced to you shortly. We are also pleased to have with us Mr. Julian Williams, the university's new Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, for his very personal welcome. And while this convocation introduces you to the leadership and the faculty of the university, you are also being introduced to the symbols and the rituals that will become a part of your collegiate life. These symbols will include the university mace, the gonfalons, the motto of the university, the Carolinian Creed, the alma mater, all presented as a part of the pomp and circumstances associated with an academic convocation. So, why do we have a new student convocation? We all virtually connect on this Wednesday morning on your behalf to express to you our collective high expectation for your college years. We are here today to formally challenge you to become actively engaged in your educational efforts at this beloved institution of higher education. Actively engaged both in the classroom and beyond the classroom as well. Remember, one never learns passively. It is demanding, very rewarding to be a 24/7 learner, but it requires active learning. Universities, you will learn, are among the oldest and most continuous institutions serving for the betterment of our society. Today, you join a relatively small, extremely elite community of individuals dedicated to the pursuit of personal and scholarly excellence. At Carolina, you will be provided the privilege, one of democracy's greatest privileges, to seek knowledge for the sake of knowledge itself, to develop and master skills in applying the knowledge you've acquired, and to use your acquired knowledge to advance your analytical skills, to question the status quo, to seek truth, and to advance new discoveries. Congratulations to each of you for possessing the defining characteristics necessary for you to gain membership in our prestigious university family. You are truly something special, very special to all of us. All of us at Carolina look forward to enjoying and benefiting from your intellect, from your wit, from your unique personality, from your charms and your character. We eagerly look forward over the course of these years ahead to applauding your achievements and your accomplishments, as well as your many contributions we know you will make to the Carolina community and beyond. So, freshman class, I want to tell you something that's very important for you to remember. You have selected a great university, and a great university has selected you. We have 4 short years to learn everything we can about ourselves, about each other, about the world in which we live in, and how to make that world a better place to be. And we are going to each exhaust ourselves and each other over the next 4 years with our efforts to do just that. All of us in the university family look forward to joining you in the journey. Good luck in your personal quest to become a full-fledged Carolinian, and on behalf of your university family, welcome to Carolina.
Good morning, Gamecocks, and thank you, Dr. Pruitt. What an exciting day it is. To the administration, faculty, parents, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2024, it is my honor to welcome you today to celebrate this special occasion. Today, I am reminded of the feeling I had while walking in your shoes 3 years ago. Like many of you, I was nervous, excited, and even a little scared to begin my next chapter of life here at the University of South Carolina. However, now entering into my senior year, if someone were to tell me about the experiences that I would have during my time here, I don't think I would have believed them. Today, I'd like to tell you about the journey that you will embark on over the next few years. Now close your eyes for a moment and walk with me. On the very first day of my freshman year, I trudged up the Bull Street Hill. This elusive hill is the one that starts by East Quad, where I evidently lived, crosses Blossom Street, and ends at Russell House. During the climb, my knees were quaking, my calves were strained, and my lungs were tired. There were bumps, turns, mounds, and even twists along the way. But guess what? I made it to the top, took a breath, and enjoyed the view. The climb was an adventure, but the view was worth the journey. Like my journey up the Bull Street Hill, your time at Carolina will be defined by the adventure, not by the view. As you begin your U of SC journey today, know that you are standing at the bottom of that hill, with a beautiful view encouraging you to walk towards the top. You have chosen a university that is full of unimaginable opportunities and boundless resilience. As someone who is nearing the end of their Bull Street journey, I'd like to impart on you just one piece of advice. Enjoy the adventure and discover who you are along the way. Discover what helps to fuel the fire inside your soul, discover what you want to contribute to the world, and discover what you will stand or fall for. College is a time to define your goals, broaden your horizons, and jump far off the beaten path. At the University of South Carolina, we are defined by our community of full, vibrant, and diverse opportunity. This community is not only a place for you to grow, but a place that will pick you up when you fall. We are here for each other as one Gamecock family, so widen your interests, take classes on subjects you've never learned before, and listen to your peers and colleagues along the way. In this time, with our ever-evolving guidelines and changes, this family and this community will be your anchor. To prove that I mean what I say and that the Gamecock family will be there for you, let me pass on a message. 3 years ago at Convocation, the student body president, Ross Lordo, gave out his phone number. So today, as your student body president, please pull out your phone and put this number in your contacts. 803-319-3806. One more time. 803-319-3806. Now put those phones away. Whether it's your first day on campus and you can't find Gambrell Hall, you're struggling to figure out whether a garnet or a black polo goes better with your backpack, or you need a friend over the coming years, please never hesitate to contact me. As your student body president, I am proud to represent a group of inspiring students who will define the future of our university. Your smiling faces are the reason that we each have the opportunity to call this place home. We are in this together, defined under the same Carolinian creed. Written by students, faculty, and staff, it has meaning to all members of the Carolina community. It is such an integral part of this community that this won't be the first time you hear of it during Convocation or during your time at South Carolina. It captures the ideals and standards that every person of our Gamecock community is expected to uphold. This document is more than just inspiration, as it calls each Carolinian to action. As you begin your time at South Carolina, think daily how you can uphold the tenets of the Carolinian Creed and, in turn, better the community we live, learn, and work in together. The Carolinian Creed goes as follows. As a Carolinian, I will practice personal and academic integrity. I will respect the dignity of all persons. I will respect the rights and property of others. I will discourage bigotry while striving to learn from differences in people, ideas, and opinions. I will demonstrate concern for others, their feelings, and their need for conditions which support their work and development. Respect for these ideals requires each Carolinian to refrain from and discourage behaviors which threaten the freedom and respect each individual deserves. Use the Carolinian Creed to uphold the statements in our I Pledge Columbia campaign, and be constantly reminded of ways to keep yourself and others safe. This campaign encourages us, as students and members of the Gamecock family, to be good citizens, both on and off campus. We as students must take responsibility of not only ourselves, but of our community. Please join me in signing the pledge at sc.edu/I Pledge Columbia. I am so excited to know that you are each embarking on the journey of a lifetime. You will one day stand on top of that hill and look back on the experiences you shared, the joy you felt, and the home you formed along the way. It's never the destination, but it's always the journey. So go out and make it as full and as fun as it can be. Thank you all so much for your time, and to the class of 2024, welcome home. I'd now like to welcome Mr. Julian Williams, Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion.
Welcome to the University of South Carolina. I'm Julian Williams, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion here at U of SC. I applaud each of you for your resilience, your persistence in navigating this moment, and encourage you to tap into those skills during your time at U of SC. In addition to navigating a public health pandemic, you also find yourselves at the university during the largest global civil rights movement in history, a time where people across the world and domestically are demanding justice and an end to systemic racism. As Izzy mentioned earlier, our Carolinian creed encourages integrity, dignity, and discourages bigotry. But the creed is just words until you put them into action. It is each of your duty as Gamecocks to actively fight against racism, homophobia, sexism, and xenophobia. How do you do this? Challenge yourself and challenge others. We must actively work against these issues through empathy and listening. Use your voice on matters that are important to you. I believe we are at a moment where we can address longstanding issues of racism, inequities, and systemic oppression. I believe we are at a moment when we can denormalize these societal ills that have been allowed to thrive for too long. I believe we must be continually listening and engaging with each other to chart a path towards a more inclusive U of SC. Over the next few years, we will be working on implementing the diversity, equity, and inclusion goals within the university's strategic plan, as well as the 2020 revisions document submitted by student leadership, including Izzy and others. Meeting this moment will require bold leadership, new ideas, and full acknowledgement of our complex institutional past, as well as dialogue. That institutional past includes the use of enslaved labor to construct some of our most important spaces on campus. Additionally, U of SC was also the last Southern state flagship university to desegregate when Henri Monteith of Columbia, Robert Anderson of Greenville, and James Solomon of Sumter enrolled on September 11, 1963, after suing the university for their admission. The spirit and fortitude of those three pioneer alumni permeates this university today. It also highlights your duty to reckon with our past and shape our future of this university through action. As a community, we can't be afraid to question our long-held beliefs and must continue to challenge ourselves, our friends, and our community to leave their comfort zones, engage with others around issues of equity and social justice. You do not have to have walked in someone else's shoes to be able to empathize with their journey. Challenge your long-held beliefs as well as what you've been taught about others who are different from you. Each of you have an obligation to contribute to a more equitable and inclusive U of SC. I challenge you to join a student organization, become a peer mentor, or just take a course about a culture different from yours. Most importantly, engage with this moment and be an advocate for change. Welcome to the university, and I look forward to seeing all of the impact you all will have as Gamecocks. Now it is my pleasure to introduce and welcome Dr. Amit Almore, the 2020 Mungo Distinguished Professor of the Year Award winner.
Hello and welcome, class of 2024. It is great honor and privilege for me to speak to you in this very special day. On behalf of the faculty of the University of South Carolina, I would like to welcome you and your families to our university. As we all know, these are unprecedented and challenging times. However, I would like to assure you that we, the faculty of this university, are fully committed to making the next 4 years of your life full of opportunities for academic and personal growth. I am a professor of psychology and linguistics, and today I would like to share with you some important insights from cognitive psychology that I hope will be valuable to you as you embark on your college journey. The first is that, according to research, these next 4 years are likely to be among the most memorable of your entire life. These are the years we tend to remember the most details from, as during this time we're exposed to more new people and ideas than at any other. It is therefore not surprising that, for many of us, this is also the time when we form our adult sense of self and decide who we want to be. Therefore, I urge you all to avail yourself of as many new ideas, experiences, and people as you can. Rarely, if ever, will you again have the opportunity to find yourself in this kind of environment after you graduate, and I guarantee that what you will reap from your time here will constitute a precious part of the person you become. We also know from psychology that we retain more of what we learn the more we engage with it, the more deeply we question and probe it, and perhaps the most critically, the more we relate it to ourselves. Indeed, learning becomes so much more effective when we each ask how new information is relevant to me and to my life. I therefore strongly encourage you to approach your professors and advisors to discuss your interests and plans. It is never too early nor late to take advantage of the opportunities you have here, and we, the faculty, will be delighted to help you engage in research, have you join our labs, or advise you as you embark on independent studies, internships, and semesters abroad. Take advantage of whichever opportunities you choose. Take advantage of them to challenge yourselves, to challenge your thinking. We all hold in our minds generalizations about nature, about how the world works, about how society functions, all sorts of things. In the best of cases, our generalizations are what allows us to adapt to all manner of new situations and to see deep into the workings of nature and ourselves. Without the ability to generalize, firemen wouldn't be much good at rescuing people from burning buildings, farmers wouldn't be adept at growing food, and indeed psychologists wouldn't be able to probe the depth of human consciousness. In the worst cases, however, our generalizations, particularly regarding other people, lead us to accept stereotypes as truth. Research suggests that, unfortunately, even if we consciously object to certain stereotypes, we might nonetheless automatically respond to other people and ideas based upon them. We do know, however, of two ways to challenge and override whatever unfortunate stereotypes we may knowingly or unknowingly possess. In fact, your Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Julian Williams, alluded to these earlier. The first is through learning and exposing ourselves to diverse experiences that will reshape our preconceived notions of other people and ideas. The second is to allow ourselves the time to reflect on our experiences and to let what we have learned guide our actions rather than act impulsively. If you let them, the next 4 years will provide you ample opportunity to practice both of these things. Therefore, let me say that today marks the beginning of a great adventure for you, the incoming class of 2024, and as faculty at USC, it is our privilege and pleasure to share this adventure with you. We will be here to help you, to guide you, to teach you, and to celebrate your achievements. In parting, let me leave you with these words of encouragement from Dr. Seuss's book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. Oh, the places you'll go. There is fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Good luck, thank you, and see you on campus. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. William Tate, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost.
It gives me great pleasure to have an opportunity to talk to you, the incoming students of the University of South Carolina, both first-year students and transfers. I'm very excited to welcome you here to the university and to offer my perspective on the university experience. I'm going to take a different spin in how I talk about it and share with you a thesis that I have. I'm sure many of you will work on a thesis while you're here. My thesis is that the experience as an undergraduate is very similar to being involved in hip-hop. And in fact, the principles of hip-hop align directly with exactly the experience we expect you to have here at the University of South Carolina. Now, I hope you're a little shocked by this. In fact, I hope you don't believe me, because as a professor, I'm often the one who says, I don't believe the thesis. Now, in my capacity as provost, I'm going to encourage you to defend your thesis. And here's my defense. The first principle or tenet of hip hop is pretty transparent. It's the DJ. Now you might say, what does the DJ have to do with American higher education? I will submit to you that it's everything. It's foundational. Well, what does a DJ do? DJs test, experiment, and try to figure out how they're going to present the records. DJs are the keepers of the record. Now, what does that have to do with your experience here at the University of South Carolina? Well, your professors are just like DJs. They test, they experiment, they try new things both in their research, but also in their teaching. And they try to bring to you the annals of history, that is, the record. Both are the same, the DJ and the professor. I'm sure I'm going to be in trouble with a few of my professor colleagues who might not think that they're DJs, but in essence, they are. The second principle or tenet of hip-hop is the MC. You can't have hip-hop without an MC. Well, what is an MC? A hype person, an encourager, one who helps you to understand what the DJ has said. We have set up an entire system called Student Affairs that are really just like the MC. All of their services, which range from you being in a fraternity or a sorority or getting healthcare services and or first-year experiences, all of those things are hyped to get you encouraged and help you make it through in dealing with who? The DJ or the keeper of the record. They're here to support you. And so you have a DJ and an MC right here on campus. That's your professors and everything that's around the professors to support your experience. Now, what's the third tenet of hip-hop? It's the breakdancer. Now, what does the breakdancer have to do with your experience? Think about it like this. To be able to do a breakdance, you have to listen, learn, and interpret what has happened with the DJ, and then take advantage of all the hype around you so that you might actually be able to do a dance. Now think about the fledgling breakdancer, the one who's just learning how to do it. Maybe you're an incoming first year. You haven't been in college before. What is that like? It's the DJ tells you something, you get encouragement, you try to interpret it in your brain. The breakdancer is like your brain learning. In many respects, you're going to fail, you're going to be tested, you're going to flail about. Think about the novice breakdancer. They fall down all the time. They're hurt, injured, but they get back up and try to reinterpret. That's what I want to encourage you to do. Just like a breakdancer learning, you've got to do the same thing. You'll fall, you'll fail, you'll be tested. You get back up and you interpret the beat. Slowly, slowly, you gain the rhythm of the experience here called college, and you get better and better. And eventually, you're dancing to the beat of the DJ, and you're really mastering what the MC is telling you. You've got an opportunity now to do the fourth tenet of hip hop, which is graffiti. The college experience requires you to write. It's extremely important that you be able to write and communicate everything you've learned from the DJ, all the hype and encouragement you receive from the MCs, and your brain thinking about and synthesizing everything, that you put it down in words, just like you would in hip hop with the graffiti. It's an interpretation of everything you've learned from the keepers of the record. Extremely powerful. What's the last tenet of hip hop? It's knowledge. Why else would you be here if it's not to gain new knowledge? And let's reinterpret knowledge. Knowledge is a process. It's discovery, finding the truth. The learning process is extremely powerful. Those tenets are foundational to hip hop and to the university life. And let me add one thing. The power of learning is articulated in the motto of this university. Learning humanizes character. Learning humanizes character. The reason you're here is to actually learn and to have your character manifest in a different way 4 seasons from now for those of you who are first years, and others it may be 3 years from now, 2, 1, however long you have to complete your degrees. But we hope you live by that motto, that learning humanizes character and does not permit it to be cruel. There's a reason you learn. There's a reason there was hip hop. It was knowledge and discovery, and the reason you come here is knowledge and discovery. I think I've proven my thesis. If you see me on campus and I've fallen short of the mark, be sure to let me know where I have been off. I'd love to hear how you're managing the keepers of the record and whether the MCs are getting you hyped and encouraged enough. How is your writing going? Is your brain okay? Are you making it through this process? We're here for you. And my sincere hope is the knowledge that you will gain here will grow and be intergenerational in your lives, that you will take it here and far and make a difference wherever you end up at the completion of your degrees. I'm very excited to have you here and want to welcome you again. And it's my great pleasure to introduce my colleague and the president of this university, Robert Caslin. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost Haight. To the University of South Carolina class of 2024, welcome. Normally, we would be gathered together in person, but obviously, we're all adapting to life during a pandemic. If there is one thing all of us have learned over the last few months, it's how to be together while being apart. So wherever here is for you right now, we're all together as members of the Gamecock family. This is a community unlike any other, and you're going to make it even better. And one thing is for sure, we will get through all of this if we get through it together. There's a lot going on in our country and in our world right now, and this semester will be anything but typical. But it's your first semester of freshman year, and your possibilities are endless, even in the midst of a pandemic. When I went off to college, there was a lot going on in my mind and in the world. I went through college during the Vietnam War, and there were protests against the war in Vietnam and increasing advocacy for the Equal Rights Amendment. The first Earth Day had been organized just a year before, awakening our collective conscience about the environment. Social and racial injustice were matters of concern, and Martin Luther King Jr. had been shot just 3 years earlier. And like today's social justice and Black Lives Matter protests, there were numerous social justice protests going on then as well. And a question sung by Marvin Gaye that year was resonating in a lot of our minds. What's going on? I was interested in what was going on, but also just interested in spreading my wings and looking beyond the small rural town that I had grown up with its own population of 197 residents. I'm sure many of you are excited to spread your wings, and you're in the right place to do it. Sure, you'll have to wear masks like this in a campus building and practice social distancing, but that distance will give you even more room to spread your wings. And one of my colleagues recently said, what will be different about this semester? Everything. Academic life and student life have been reimagined. Reimagined just doesn't mean it's bad, it means that something is just different. The key is, how do we approach that? The truth is, even if there were no COVID-19, you'll still have to make some adjustments from your life in high school and at home. I knew it would not be easy to leave the security and comforts of my home and go to school where there were plenty of smart people and better prepared than me. You may be experiencing some of these same feelings, the same anxieties I so vividly remember. So my advice is just be patient with yourself. I was nervous when I started college, but I stayed focused on my goals to play football, to learn, and well, to have fun as well. But I did much more than that. I grew in unexpected ways. I grew socially, I grew intellectually, and I grew as a person. And you will do much of the same. Your experiences here in South Carolina will be even greater than you imagine. You'll make new friends that you'll have the rest of your life. You will learn things about the world and about yourself that will change the way you think. You'll be exposed to exciting ideas, new perspectives, and thoughts that will challenge your thinking. You will broaden your perspectives and understand issues like you never had before. And you'll develop skills that will prepare you for life's greatest challenges and its greatest opportunities. You're going to meet so many interesting people and you're going to have a lot of fun getting involved in student activities. But don't forget and remember why you're here. With that in mind, let me offer some academic advice. First thing I'd say is don't get too hung up on choosing a major your first year. The ideal, based on the course requirements for most majors, is to make your final choice of major by the first day of your sophomore year. And please don't change your major every semester. Doing so drastically diminishes your chances of graduating on time, and your parents will really appreciate if you do graduate on time. And even though it's probably not on your mind now, you'll appreciate graduating on time as well. My next advice is to ask questions. The foundation for higher education is the power of the inquiry. And you do not fully understand a concept in class. If you don't, please raise your hand and ask the question. Good questions have led to scientific breakthroughs, technological advances, fresh creative ideas, and even civil rights. And finally, be organized and engaged, and learn how to manage distractions. I strongly recommend you have to set disciplined time to study each evening, and to protect your studying from the distractions of, well, things like texting or Twitter or Facebook or movies on demand. I've seen some really smart students crash and burn because they spent their entire evenings distracted by the distractions instead of focusing their energy on their class preparations. A good suggestion from your president: leave your phone and your iPad in your room, take all of your books to the library, and study there without distractions. And then when you get back to your room, then you can catch up on Twitter and Facebook, Instagram, and texting. But said another way, your success will be highly influenced by your habits. As Aristotle put it, we are what we repeatedly do, and excellence is not an act, but a habit. So be engaged in the classroom by listening and posing questions, and be engaged out of the classroom by getting involved in issues and organizations, both on and off campus, that mean something to you. Join a club, participate in intramurals or student government, and volunteer in the community. But don't do everything, just be selective. Choose a few things that you're passionate about and give them all you've got. And I hope this bit of advice is helpful as you begin your journey here. I want you to know that the reason I am here is because of you. I love education, but moreover, I love what it does for young people like you who aspire to better yourselves through education. This university, its faculty, its staff, and its president are 100% on board and committed to helping you fulfill that aspiration. We are student-centric and future-focused. We are determined to be the preeminent flagship university in the United States. And at the University of South Carolina, we believe that excellence and character matter. By working hard, by being a good person that others trust, by listening and learning all that you can, others will see the potential in you beyond your major or plan of study. Your character will define the quality of your careers in your lives and in your lives, so make sure that you learn and strengthen your character as you grow. We have a creed. We encourage all our students and our faculty to read, to internalize, and to live. It's called the Carolinian Creed, and it includes the values that we feel define the character you will need to make it successfully, not only here, but in life itself. These values include integrity and dignity and respect and concern for others, and striving to learn from differences in people, ideas, and opinions. And we hope you too will live this creed as one of our Gamecock students. And frankly, with a willingness to learn, to grow, and to challenge yourself, you will achieve whatever you decide to pursue. And you won't be doing this alone. We are fully committed to your success. We are fully behind you all the way. Again, to our newest Gamecocks in the class of 2024, welcome to the best university and the best university campus in America. We can't wait to see all that you will accomplish. Congratulations, and go Gamecocks.
Thank you, President Caslin, for an inspiring beginning to our new year. We really appreciate that advice. Now, we will conclude the new student convocation with the singing of our beautiful alma mater, which will be led by our student a cappella group, Cacappella.
We hail thee, Carolina, and sing thy high praise with loyal devotion, remembering the days when proudly we sought thee, thy children to be. Is a health care